And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you some big breaking news outside of the new coming soon 2026 film of Scream 7. This is huge, like the biggest news I've ever heard from a little horror film franchise that could be bigger than anything, that could mean so much. So, for those who do not know, we get into Scream 7. Yes, Scream 7. That's right. I am a huge Scream fan. Love the franchise. Love all the movies. I love the mystery of finding out who the killer is. I love seeing Sidney come back, played by Neve Campbell. I love when Courtney Cox comes back. I love the new cast. I even liked it when Jenny Ortega was involved, even though she's not going to be involved in this one. But today, we just literally got some big news that's like, yes? But, huh? Let me explain. So, according to the reports, apparently, and if this is real, I'm going to talk about it anyway because this is crazy. And if it's fake too, doesn't really matter. This is cool. Apparently, Matthew Lillard, a.k.a. Stu Macher, is coming back to the franchise now. You might be wondering, wait a minute. Hold on, Jonathan. I've seen the first Scream movie. Great movie. Didn't he die by a TV in his head? I would say yes. Kind of. Not sure. Hard to say. Listen, there's been speculations of him being alive through the entire franchise ever since. I don't know. I don't know how this actually started, to be honest. But how is it possible he could be back? They also announced the fact that the actor who played Roman from the third film, who's Sidney's brother, he's coming back. I don't know if he's playing the same character, a new character, flashbacks. Mind-blowing. So, let's go back to Stu. If he's alive, where has he been all this time? And why is he coming after Sidney now? Who knows? Also, could be a different thing as well. This could be flashbacks. This could be just flashbacks of him. We get to see how he planned his, his Ghostface killings with Billy. Could be that as well. I have a theory. I started thinking about this on my way home because when I looked at my phone, I saw it. I'm like, interesting. How is it? How can it be possible? So let's play a game of how can he be alive. Okay, so let's say he did survive. Fair enough. He's alive. Okay. Why wouldn't he not want to do something now? Well, I have a theory that we're on the 7th film. Now, the first 2 films of the new trilogy kind of played homage of what the original movies did. The first movie we got to see, the killer, being Sidney's boyfriend, right? Got that. So the remake one, or the 2021, which is Scream 5, we got to meet the new girl. Her boyfriend was the killer. Spoiler alert. And her father is Billy Loomis. Okay, then we do number 2. They're in a new setting, kind of like how Sidney went to college. And then we found out that it's more of a revenge story as well. And that was basically Scream 6. And in the second film of the original, Scream 6, somebody wanted revenge on Sidney. We find out that, spoiler alert again, that's Billy's mother. She wanted revenge. So what do? They do the same thing here, except it was the boyfriend this time of Billy's daughter's boyfriend who died in the 5th one. His family wants revenge. His sister, his brother, and his father, who was a cop in New York City. So there's that. So that was 6. So you see the patterns. We got a remake of 5 being number 1, and a remake of 2 being number 6. Staying with me so far? So now we're on Scream 7. This will be Scream 3's remake. Now, spoilers if you've not seen the Scream franchise, because I'm going to probably blow your mind here. And I could be completely wrong. I'm just taking guesses here. And I have a theory about how Stu could be alive. So Scream 7 is coming out. We don't know exactly what the plot is, but we could take advantage. They're gonna copy the formula of what they did, where they copied the first movie, the love interest being the killer, and then the family coming after the love interest and going after her again. Now we got the third one. How can they do that one? Well, if you're gonna bring back Stu, why not better it than have a family member of Stu going after Sidney? Now remember, Sidney was the one who started all this. Her mother got killed by Billy and Stu in the first movie, even though we don't see it. They're the ones who started this with Sidney. Sidney supposedly killed Stu. So Stu could be dead in this new movie. We're just probably going to see flashbacks or something. But what if he had a cousin, a brother, that we never knew about? And he's been plotting his revenge. Maybe he couldn't found Sidney this entire time. Maybe he wanted revenge since the day he found out his brother died or his cousin died or whatever. And he wanted revenge. Or she, or even she. She wanted revenge on Sidney, but she could never find her because she disappeared. Remember, when Sidney disappeared after the third movie, she just vanished. We don't know what happened to her. Till 4, and then, of course, 5, and then she disappeared again. So we really don't know where exactly is Sidney in nowadays, because we were following the new cast. So what if this new killer, whoever it's going to be, is related to Stu? Because that's exactly what happened in the third movie. The third movie of the original, the original trilogy, they were leaving clues about how the new killer tied into Sidney's mom's death, and we had no idea why. And then at the end of the movie, we find out that the killer of the third movie was the reason why the killers in the first movie killed Sidney's mother, because that killer from the third movie was Sidney's brother. He got abandoned by his own mother, Sidney's mother, and left alone, and she went away and raised Sidney and have a happy life, happy family. She had a relationship with Cotton and Weary, and then she got killed. So, Roman, who was Sidney's brother, he convinced Billy and Stu, he needed a partner, to kill Sidney's mother, and that's how the whole thing tied over. So what if this new movie is about maybe Stu does have a brother, or a sister, or a cousin, or whatever, and they want revenge on what happened to Stu? Maybe Billy forced him to become the killer. Maybe he didn't really want to kill his girlfriend, Casey. He killed both his girlfriends. He had Casey in the original one, in the opening scene, Drew Barrymore's character, and of course his Dewey's sister as well. So he killed both of them. But what if he never really wanted to do it, but he had to? Maybe Billy forced him or something. And this brother or sister of Stu wants revenge, and there's nobody left to blame but Sidney. Either way, this is incredible. This is crazy, bonkers. But also, we can also say, how Stu is alive. Maybe he did survive, and we just didn't see him get arrested. Maybe they put him in a mental hospital because he was nuts. And then he got out. I mean, he does play Scooby-Doo after all. He does play Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. So he can play nuts, and he's in Five Nights at Freddy, the actor. So he could play nuts. So what if he's been locked up this whole time? We just didn't knew, and they finally tell Sidney, hey, Stu's alive, and he just broke out of the mental hospital, and he's coming after you. And that's my one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see them be like, okay, he is officially back. He's alive. He didn't really die, but he's the killer. I don't want that, because that kind of ruins the magic of what the Scream franchise is. We always try to guess, the new circle of friends, who's the killer? Why? What's the motive? You know what I mean? So if the motive is to get revenge for Stu, and if Stu is alive, he needs to get somebody else to be the killer. That way we could play the guessing game. We'll be like, oh, maybe it's this person, that person, that person, this person, that person. So it's got to be like that. Either way, this is great. I can't wait to see this. I'm sure Paramount and, the whole team is going to find something creative for him to come back, if he actually is come back. They brought back Kirby. Remember that. Scream 4, we all thought they killed Kirby, one of the best characters in the Scream franchise since Sidney. They killed her off, and then what happened? She came back. We find out she just got stabbed, because she was laying there. We saw her literally not move. So anything's possible. Whether he's actually physically back, he's gonna be related to somebody who's gonna see him, kind of like how the other girl saw Billy in mirrors. Could be that way too. Flashbacks, we don't know. We just have to wait and see. This is crazy, and I'm excited. So us Scream fans are very excited for this news. A little bit confused, but it should be fine. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Are you guys excited for the possibility for Stu to be alive? Either flashbacks, officially alive, or something. How you like my theory about maybe he has a relative who's gonna get revenge on Sydney, because Sydney is the main star of this movie. And also, you think Courtney Cox is gonna be alive again? You can't kill Gil. We can't kill Gil, even though they killed Dewey, but whatever. But yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Also, let me know what's your favorite Scream movie out of all of them. Mine's personally is still Scream 4. I don't know why. I just love that movie. I love the whole movie franchise. I don't care. Even the TV show was pretty cool. The first season was great. First 2 seasons were great. The other seasons was just like, eh. But either way, I can't wait to see more of this. So leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good night.